Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. What I'm about to say might seem a little controversial, depending on how you look at things. There's no debating that Paragon players, for the daily card that was 6 days late, at least traditionally 6 days late, Paragon players got the best of one resource for the $50, though it still is about retail price of what we're used to seeing now, and that is after 30 days, you get a fully formed Tier 6 Basic and a fully formed Tier 3 Alpha. That part was well a given as far as the best of the cards. But what's really kind of infuriating to me is that, yes, on one hand, it's a good thing that the 6-star Nexus has been replaced by 6-star shards in case several of you, which I'm sure you do, want to spend those shards on the new 6-star featured crystal that comes out on Tuesday. But these crystals are worthless. And you might be saying, Prof, they're not actually worthless. I mean, you're going to get some class. Yeah, but 5% means you need 20 of them, of the same class, 20, to fill a fully formed Tier 6 class catalyst up. And if you look at what it takes to take, let's say, this Dr. Doom up to rank 5, you need not one fully formed Mystic, not 2 fully formed Mystic, but 3. So, unless you're talking about 50% or even 25%, I wouldn't even count 10% of Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals, you're just going to end up not really using those. Those are almost a throw-in. So, Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selectors, believe it or not, are more valuable. And in general, anything that you can form something with for rank ups is going to be more helpful in your progression right now. Chances are, if you're going to take a 6-star to rank 5, it's going to have to be with something like what we've seen if you complete all of the Chapter 3 of the Karina's challenges, and that is a rank 4 to rank 5 rank up gem that includes all of those rank up items to get that 6-star to rank 5, including, of course, the 3 Tier 6 class catalyst of that specific class we just talked about. So, if you were to ask me, and again, not everybody's going to agree with this, but it's my channel, so I'm going to say what I want. If you're going to ask me what is a better guaranteed value, and certainly something you could use, a 100% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector or 3 5% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals, I would choose the Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector every time. Maybe I would regret somehow, someday, not having 5% or 10% or at the max 15% closer to a Tier 6 Class Catalyst, but I just doubt it, given that when I took a 6-star to at first rank 3 and then eventually rank 4, besides my one rank 5 being Omega Red, I wasn't able to take Corvus up. He was my first rank 3 and then my first rank 4 until I got Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selectors. Because literally one July 4th I spent, I think it was $600 plus, and did not land with those crystals on the Cosmic class once. Not one time. So I am going to strongly preach on this channel this year that unless those are Tier 6 Class Catalyst Selectors, as long as they're Fragment Crystals, do not factor them into the value of the purchase, because you're probably not going to get the class that you're targeting. And even if you do, it's not going to, in the end, mean the difference at all between taking your 6-star from rank 4 to rank 5, unless you spent so much money, we're talking about maybe tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of units even, on gifting crystals, that you are close to forming those Tier 6 class catalysts, like some people, very, very few people are, that I've seen the screenshots in the community. So comparing the Paragon daily deal, or daily card, or monthly offer, whatever you want to phrase it, we're going to jump to the submissions. This guy has become such a staple, Mr. Rusty Dangs, or Linus Blanket, worth of emailing me immediately the Thronebreaker and Cavalier daily cards and other levels that involve progression. I really appreciate it, bud. You can see Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments are half of what you get for Paragon, so that's 28,500 over the course of 30 days, and half of a Tier 3. So that's definitely the worst part of this. 15,000 6-star shards are exactly the same. So literally, you can't factor in that deal. But the 100% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector, I would trade Thronebreaker players that, and you could have my 3 5% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals. And maybe I'm going to get pushback for that, but I'm all about guaranteed value, more choice, less chance on this channel. This is 100% a given. Ours are completely RNG dependent, and 5% is almost nothing. In the same way, for $10 less, you have what I believe to be the Cavalier card. And this thing is honestly, in terms of guaranteed value, one of the most impressive things we have ever seen for Cavalier players, because you get what I think amounts to 150% guaranteed of a Tier 5 class catalyst of your choice. Yes, Kabam is doing their best to really give you motivation to progress to Thronebreaker, and they should absolutely want to do that for those Cavalier accounts. You get a fully formed Tier 5 basic, that's not a big deal. Half of a 6-star basic worth of shards, I would have preferred they get 10,000 6-star shards. That's a little bit cheap. And then 5 Tier 4 class catalyst selectors is also nice. It's kind of amazing to me that they are not giving out gold in these offers. That is a bit of a shocker as well. But in general, certainly the Tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors, the main staple of this card, are great. So Cavalier and Thronebreaker daily cards, some of the better ones we've seen. I wish that the Thronebreaker, given that you get half the Tier 6 and half the Tier 3, was $10 cheaper and was at least the same price as Cavalier, $40 instead of $50. But all in all, that Tier 5 class catalyst selector, better value for what you're hoping to get, most likely, than what Paragon players got with the final item, which is interesting too, because you're probably thinking, if you're Kabam, well, we're going to put some Tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystals in there and tempt some people into buying it. Well, I don't think that should tempt anybody if they weren't already going to buy it. Am I going to get it? Probably, because it's a C grade. It's the minimum I'd get, but I'm not excited about it. If for this price, there should be another half to fully formed thrown in for Paragon, and I think Thronebreaker should get one fully one. Basically, Paragon should get half to a fully formed more than they got, and Thronebreaker should get what Paragon got. That's my overall valuation for $50 in February of 2023, and I stick by it.